Okay, so I thought I filmed an intro for the video and I didn't, so we're filming it now. My hair changes color in like every shot of this video. The orange almost completely washed out of my hair, but in this video I even had, I thought about going blonde again, and so I put like a darker blonde over the ginger color, and then it ended up just being brown. So in the video I have kind of like brown hair and that washed out, and now it's sort of this gingery blonde. Anyway, I didn't film an intro for the video. I thought I did, I forgot. The concept of the video is pretty clear. I texted a tattoo artist that I had been following for a while on Instagram called Tattoo 'em All. That's the name of the studio. And I DM'd Rune, the tattoo artist, and I asked her like, hey, I've been seeing this trend on social media that people are trading their crafts or services for other crafts or other services, and I was wondering if you would be interested in trading a tattoo for a crochet or a knit piece, because I can do both. And I didn't really expect anything of it because I thought, well, she's probably busy, you know, maybe she's not into this type of stuff. But she responded and she was like, yeah, I do it all the time. That would be so fun. What kind of tattoo do you have in mind? And so we kind of went back and forth talking about like how big the tattoo would be and what that would equal work-wise, effort-wise for something handmade. And so I showed her the drawing I wanted of the tulip I wanted tattooed, because I don't know, I've been wanting that type of tattoo for a few years. I have these inspo pics, they're all over my Pinterest. I've been wanting it for a long time, but I was like, I don't have the money for it, or I always feel like I need to spend my money on something a little bit more responsible. So that's why I was like, service for service, craft for craft, why not? And so she told me she would like a crocheted or a knit wrap skirt. And that's basically this video. I ordered the yarn, started working on it. I got the tattoo done and I brought the skirt, but the skirt ended up, I'll talk about that later. Anyway, basically the video starts, I bought the yarn, I already made up a design in my head, or I got a design from Drops, and I just started crocheting it. Cut. Oh, hold on. It's a bit too close up. My period's coming, so I've been crying. I just got back from the gym, so I'm still a bit, yeah, that's what I thought. I picked up the yarn. It just got delivered. My hair is really greasy. I have to wash it. Just ignore it. I ordered Drops Cotton Light. I wasn't sure. Yes, I still love doing that. I wasn't sure about it, but now I think I made the right choice. Drops has a lot of different types of cotton, so I wasn't really sure. I knew I didn't want mercerized cotton. I hate working with mercerized cotton. The Cotton Light is 50% cotton, 50% polyester. Usually I don't like working with polyester, but because we're making a skirt, this holds the shape a bit better. Because I'm gonna make a wrap skirt, you know. I don't really crochet any clothes ever because they lose shape pretty quickly. But with the polyester, it's supposed to hold its shape a little bit longer. I got the color, I think Écru, color 1. I think I got about 7. I think that should be enough. The pattern, we're gonna go with this one. I don't know, it's a flower pattern. I've made that one before, so I know I am capable of doing that. I love the really, really fine filet crochet with like swans and flowers, but that would just take me years of practice. This is a weight of yarn that I'm comfortable working with, and also a pattern that I'm comfortable working with. I wanna just make, it's gonna be a long rectangle of the pattern, but I'm gonna add a border all around it so it just looks nice and finished, and then I might knit the ties on the side. The waist circumference, or the hip circumference, is gonna be 90 centimeters, and I think about making it kind of this long or something, but we'll see about that. I might have to order extra yarn. So I just took a shower, as you can see. Oh, I need to get my period, I'm so emotional. I crocheted a chain. The yarn says 4 millimeters that you should use, but that's probably for knitting needles. But for filet crochet, it always looks a bit nicer if the tension is a bit tighter. So I'm using 3 millimeter needles, and I crocheted a chain of multiples of 25 because the pattern repeat is 25 stitches. It does probably become a little bit wider than this, but this should come down to about 90 centimeters in hip circumference, which is the measurements I was given. I'm probably gonna add some more chains so that I can have a nice border at the beginning and the end of the chain, or like of the skirt, so that it doesn't just end with the flower, if you know what I mean. Yeah. This is a single repeat, and I have to do it across this whole chain. Okay, ignore the fact that I'm parting my hair this way. This is how far we've gotten so far. I think it's looking good. This is one repeat of the pattern, or technically I need to do one more row that just is an establishing row without any details. I think it's looking good. Kind of, it's always kind of hard to see in the beginning, you know. Once the whole thing gets some weight to it, it'll spread out a bit nicer. I can also still block it. My camera is about to die. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm just gonna do the flower pattern all across the skirt or if I'm gonna alternate it with something else. I think it might become a bit too busy if I put more than one pattern into it, but I think this is already looking really cute. I'm doing a better job than I thought I could. Honestly, I didn't feel like explaining the entire process of how I made the skirt since I just crocheted one long rectangle and then added ties to the top corners after I finished the rectangle. I have no idea how long it took me in total to crochet this piece, but I do really love working in these types of repeated patterns, and I'm currently knitting a Gansey-inspired sweater, and although knitting textures or cables objectively takes longer to knit, it feels like it's going by way faster because I get so excited every time I get to start a new row or a new part of the texture pattern, if you know what I mean. Like, ooh, I get to do the star now. Ooh, I get to do a cable now. It just feels like a reward. Okay, I think I have to jump in once again. I thought about asking her if I could film in the studio, but I got really shy and I didn't do it, and I also brought a friend. I only have this picture of myself laying like a whale on a beach, but I was basically face down the entire time, so it's not like I could be filming anything, and it also hurt quite a lot in some places. The skirt ended up being a bit too big for her, so what I ended up doing is I took it back home. I ordered an elastic thread and I wove a little elastic thread all the way through the width of the skirt so that it was a bit more fitting. And so then like 2 weeks later or something, I dropped off the skirt. She tried it on and it looks great. I think she posted it somewhere on her TikTok if you want to go check it out. Anyway, this is the result of me taking off the tattoo after, like the second skin after 5 days. So enjoy that ASMR. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna hop on one more time to close off the video because I also didn't film an outro. I'm really happy with the tattoo, I really am. I can show you. It's pretty much fully healed. I love it. My mom was a bit surprised how big it was, but she also was suspiciously not interested in the tattoo process, so I was like, well, you can't complain afterwards that it's too big. I'm 22, but you still kind of feel like, you need to show your mom, you know? Anyway, I'm really happy with it. I'm really glad she liked the skirt because I really wanted to try my best. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I don't think I'm gonna get any other. I have a really small tattoo right here that I got while I was hungover on exchange, and then I have this one, and I think it's gonna stay like that for a while. I didn't imagine I was gonna get it this big actually, but then she printed out 3 different sizes, and I was like, I actually think the biggest one that she printed out looks best proportionally on my arm. And also because it is it's quite a finely tattooed piece. I thought it had to be like a little bit bigger maybe so that the details wouldn't fade or the details would be clear enough. I have to say it's a tulip, but it's like a wild tulip. And people are like, what kind of a flower is that? What flower is that? Is that a flower? Yes, it's a flower. It's a tulip because I love tulips. And I just love tulips, not because they have like a symbolic meaning, but also partially because my grandpa, every time he comes over or for my birthday or something, he gets me tulips. He gets my mom lilies and he gets me tulips. I don't know why. But so it kind of does remind me of my grandpa, but I didn't want to say I got it because of my grandpa because then I would feel guilty that I didn't have a tattoo for my grandma. So yeah. No, I'm really happy. I mean, I wanted this to be like a bit more of an, I wanted to film inside the tattoo studio and stuff, but I got shy, so I didn't do that. And so I don't know, I feel bad filming all of the other stuff I did film, so I decided, you know what, fuck it. Because sometimes I tend to film a lot of stuff and then not edit it because I'm not happy with the results. But I decided, okay, so the footage is kind of shitty and choppy, so I'm just gonna add some fun frames that I'm gonna draw on my iPad. Because I don't know, I've been absent from YouTube for a long time and I got kind of burnt out, or I just don't enjoy it as much as I sometimes do. It's really comes in waves, it comes and goes. But I felt like making a video about this, and I have a new camera, so it's the first time you're gonna see a video filmed on my camera. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, if you want to follow me on my Instagram, I am currently not posting that much knitting stuff. Again, I'm a bit burnt out and I've also just been really busy, but I'm knitting more, so follow me on my Instagram. I'm not really on TikTok, but you can follow me on my TikTok, same thing. You can buy my patterns in the description below, and that would be it for this video. Thank you so much. Bye.